chairs to mend, oh, chairs to mend. Chairs to mend, oh, chairs to mend. Macaron, fresh macaron. Any old rags, any old rags. Chairs to mend, oh, chairs to mend. Any macaron, fresh macaron. Any old rags, any old rags. Chairs to mend, oh, chairs to mend. Any old rags, fresh macaron. Any old rags, any old rags.
Hey friends, we're going to continue working on reading music because that's going to be very important in middle school next year. No matter if you take choir, band, or orchestra, all three of those classes read music. We just got done singing Chairs to Mend. Chairs to mend were the first three pitches in that song. Or, if we sang it in solfege, sol, fa, mi. And that song is in G major. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice writing sol, fa, mi in G major. So sometimes you'll have staff paper that's already written out, but today what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own. So I'm going to make 5 lines across, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to add a treble clef. And then, we don't do this normally in like middle school music reading, but to help us, since we're still learning, I'm going to put an X on do. So we know where do is. So in order to find sol, we have to go up from there. Do. Well, let's find do first. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. So there's sol. We still need fa and mi. Sol, we know fa is right below it. Fa, and we know mi is right below that. Mi, sol, fa, mi. If we get out our keyboard chart, we can practice playing on that as well. You might not have a keyboard at home, and that's okay. But I will put a link to this keyboard chart in our Google Classroom. Let's fold it over a little bit so we can get it on the screen. Sol, fa, mi. Sol, fa, mi. You'll see those letter names are D, C, B, D, C, B, sol, fa, mi. Now let's try to find sol, fa, mi in C, with C, do. So we have G, do. Let's try that again. This time, let's do C, do. So grab another piece of paper. If you need to pause or rewind, you can always do that. So grab another piece of paper. We're going to draw 5 lines. Another treble clef. And then C, do. Remember, C is the line below the staff. So we'll put an X there and we'll call that do. Now we're looking for sol, fa, mi in C, do. So, and that's not, we were singing the wrong pitches. Sol, fa, mi. Does that sound a little higher or lower than G, do? Yeah, it sounds a little bit lower. Sol, fa, mi. So let's find it. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. So sol is the second line. So we're going to draw a note there. Sol. Go ahead and pause the video and fill out the rest of the chart and see if you get it right. I'll write it on there for you. Sol, fa, mi, fa, mi. Let's find it on our keyboard chart. Sol, fa, mi on our keyboard chart is starting on G. Because C is do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Oh, there's sol. Sol, fa, mi. Or G, F, E, sol, fa, mi. Alright. Let's switch over to an instrument that we can play here at school. Maybe you have something like it at home. If you have a piano, that works out really well. But we are going to use the xylophone. Okay. Let's get it so you can see the edge here. Okay. So our first key was G, do. We're going to play sol, fa, mi. So have that handy so you can read it. Here's G. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Now we can play sol, fa, mi. Sol, fa, mi. D, C, B. If we go to C, do, we know we're going to play sol, fa, mi, and C, do. So we have to find that. Here's do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. And now we play sol, fa, mi, starting on G. Sol, fa, mi, G, F, E. So now we're really starting to read music. Another common key that we are going to see is F, do. Let's go ahead and get out another sheet of paper. Or if you have space on your papers that you already used, you can reuse those too. Go ahead and grab another sheet of paper. And we're going to get our 5 lines ready again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And no trouble with F. F is the first space, if we remember. We're going to call that do. So that's F, do. See if you can find sol. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. There's sol. See if you can write sol, fa, mi. Sol, fa, mi. On our keyboard chart, found C, which is that space, so we'd go sol, fa, mi. Now if I play this on the keyboard, because we have do, re, mi, fa, sol, so we're starting here, it'll sound like this. Sol, fa, mi. That sounds a little bit different. It's supposed to sound like this. Sol, fa, mi. But when I play it on the keyboard, it sounds like this. Sol, fa, mi. Let's see if it sounds right when we play it on the xylophone. There's sol, that sounds about right. Sol, fa, mi. It's supposed to be sol, fa. Ooh, that sounds really bad, really crunchy. So what we need to do is, I think we need to change this to a different note. Thankfully, in xylophone, we can switch it. The reason that sounded so funny is because this needs to be flat, B flat. Oh, there we go. Ah, that's much better. Sol, fa, mi. C, bass, A. We say bass when we have B flat. C, bass, A. If you have a piano at home, you've got to make sure that you play this black key. C, bass, A. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, sol, fa, mi. So then on our writing chart, we would also have to change that. And to write a flat in our music, it looks like that. Sol, fa, mi, si, bass, A. Let's take a look at a song out of a book I have here. This song is supposed to sound like this. Entendez-vous le carillon? Daddy don 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 don. Now if I play it as it's written on the xylophone, it sounds like this. What would you change in this score to make it so that I play the correct notes? What would you change in this score? If you said that we need to add a flat there, let me focus that again, you would be correct. We need to add a flat there. So I'm going to take my B natural out, put it in a B flat to make sure that it sounds like F do. So it sounds like fa. So, 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 fa, mi, re, do. There you go. So we worked a lot on adding fa in the key of F. And we learned that we need to flat fa, flat the fourth note, flat B. Okay, so in F, do, we will have a B flat. All right. I have one more fun song for you. It's called Around. I'm going to sing this, or a canon. I'm going to sing this French canon for you. And you can go ahead and listen, and if you really feel like it, you can try singing along with one of the Mr. Crows. There's going to be 3 of me. All right. After you are listening to that, you are all good for today. I hope you have a musical day, and I wish you well. And I will see you next week. Bye. Entendez-vous le carillon? Daddy don 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 don. Entendez-vous le carillon? Daddy don 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 don. Entendez-vous le carillon? Entendez-vous le carillon? Daddy don 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 don. Entendez-vous le carillon? Daddy don 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 don.